All right, I've opened up your file here. I think I got a recording started. All right. I'm not sure, but I think I have the same typeface, so I think that's loading. Obviously, I don't have your images, so that's not loading. In the future, it would be much better if you sent a PDF, because then I could see what it really looks like a little bit better. Um, Overall, I think you're on a good path. Um, I am concerned about this 14 fun facts versus layout of Junction Valley Railroad. And why is that? Because those two are going to be right next to each other when you open this up, and they're both going to have the same amount of contrast. Fortunately, this has a better title than this. So I would be tempted to tint this in an even lighter blue, like a very, very faint sky blue, so that your eye sees the contrast here. And since it's on the left side, and we read top to bottom, left to right, we'd read that first, then we'd read this one second. I'm almost tempted to reuse this logo, perhaps all in white and perhaps over the photo. I can't really tell because I don't know what the photo is. I don't know if that looked good, but it would kind of reinforce the brand a little more to use the logo a second time. Obviously, okay, a third time. Now you're asking which picture correlates with what text. Well, okay. Let's look at the original, and you'll see that it's utter madness. That's the reason this came onto our list of ones to choose from. Students found this, and they found a lot of mistakes with it, a lot of problems. So this is their front cover. I don't have these original photos, and they're only in this black and white state anyway. So here's the back cover. Obviously, no one's going to read this all in caps like that. The only thing you're going to read probably is no coupons or free passes. Here, you're not going to be able to read it. I do like their separation of numbers from text, but I wish there was a break between all of these so he could separate, almost like bullet points. And then, they have these pictures, but okay, so there's a guy, and that must be Grandpa's train stays in the valley and goes the opposite way around the layout. So I will let you do whatever you want to do with these captions. Obviously, we don't have the original pictures. Obviously, the captions were never associated very well with the photos in the first place. So it's kind of a bizarre thing. Yeah, so I'm just going to let you solve the problem the best you can. You could remove the captions if you want. You could find your own pictures and say, oh, I'm going to put the captions with these pictures as long as they're legal. That's the way I'd go. So I hope you find that helpful. Again, the very best thing you can do for yourself is print this thing out, slap it together as a very rough mock-up, and then look at it and say, what shows up when I first open this? And then if I open that, can I see a difference between what I've looked at and what I've seen before? In this case, when we first open it, we'll have two panels of white with the same contrast side by side. So there'll be some slight conflict. So I told you to probably tint this one with a very, very, very light blue based on this blue. And probably, you probably avoid that problem. When you open this up, this is distinctly different from that. So there's going to be no question, hey, I've already read this. This is new material. So that's great. Cover, back cover. Yeah. So as far as what I can see right now, that's my feedback. I hope you find it helpful.